Hello, you beautiful lot. So guess what? Today we're going to do something a little bit different again, because I just love doing different things as always. But we're going to bring the archangels into play. And I know I have spoken about archangels, but we're going to give them their own playlist now. So they're going to have their own little spotlight. But today I'm going to talk about a few of them, but just little snippets. And if you want, then we will go into each one in more detail. Just let me know. Give me your feedback. Give me your feedback. Remember, we're in the first year of YouTube. It's the Suck It and See year. Suck It and See year. There is a song for today that I do want you to listen to, and it's called Unstoppable by Sia. I mean, I don't know if it's the words or if it's the video, but I know her videos can be a little bit funky. So, you know, take from that what you will. But Unstoppable by Sia. There will be an oracle card reading at the end. So if you don't want anything, if you don't want the talky bit, yeah, me jabbering on, but it is talking with purpose today, not just waffling, then you can go straight to your timestamp if you want to. And it's just one reading. And it's going to be messages from the angels. Yeah, what do the angels want to tell you? Messages from your angels. So let's get into it very quickly. So angels, they are these benevolent beings, aren't they? That you either believe in or you don't believe in. Whatever gives you comfort. I'm not here to tell you they are real and they're here, and you know, I'm not. Take of it as you will. Take what you want out of it, leave the rest. Leave the rest at the door. But for me, the angels are very, very real. And I think this is something that I've been very aware of from a very young age. I wouldn't, well, I don't know if I've seen, I think I have. I think I have seen angels, but it's not in the forms that you would think that you would see angels, yeah? Like people say that they see bright lights or whatever, and it's a spectacular sight. I wouldn't say that I see that, but I do know that I see the same people, no matter where I am in the world. Now that is not right, is it? That's not this worldly, is it? So I think I have seen angels, but I don't think I see them in the forms of bright lights and, you know, angelic beings, or how you would presume angels to be. But I see the same people, not all the time, just every now and again. And I think, I've seen you in, I don't know, Suffolk, or I've seen you in Essex, or I've seen you in Norfolk, or I've seen you in America when I've been on holiday. And it's like, how? I call him the Mario brother, because he looks like one of the Mario brothers. But how have I seen him in all those different places, the exact same man? The same thing happens with the female that I see as well. So that for me is my confirmation that, I mean, I can't just see these people thousands of miles away in exactly the same place as me. I mean, it's too coincidental. There's no such thing as coincidences. So I do believe I have seen angels, but I don't know if I've seen them in that way. Lots of other things have happened to me. The list would just be endless, and I wouldn't know where to stop. But I've always had a connection. I've never felt that I'm alone. I've never followed religion, but I've always believed in something. I've always had a faith. But I wouldn't say I'm religious, but I've always had faith. However, more recently, I have been drawn to churches, and I've said that in a few of my videos. If you watch my tarot readings, I've just been drawn to churches, and it's been going on for a few weeks now. And last week I decided to go to the church, my local church. I've been living where I live now for 8 years. And the first time I've gone to the church here, first time I've gone to church in ages. And it was shut. I didn't know they shut. I mean, that's how long it is since I've been to church, because I didn't think they ever shut. I didn't think they ever locked their door. but it was locked, and it was a Sunday afternoon as well. Crikey, it was about 6 o'clock Sunday evening. Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't think they should be shut. But I guess you understand why they would be, because I guess people would go in there. But then isn't that the place to go if you're homeless? I don't know. I'm sure there's reasons why. I don't know. But anyway, it was shut, so we had a little walk around the graveyard anyway. And I like looking at the gargoyles and all of that sort of stuff. Anyway, I've been very drawn to the church. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a Christ energy thing or whether I'm looking for answers. I don't know. I don't know. But I've always believed in spirits. I've always believed in. I don't believe we just die. I don't believe we just go. I still hear my nan, my gran, other, my granddad, all people that have passed. I hear. I know what they're saying. It's bizarre. I can only tell you what I can say. I know what they're saying. I can have a conversation with them in my head. Quite happily have a conversation with them in my head. So can any of you. Not with my family, but yours. And it's just, I've always had that. Always had that. I've always had a thing when, obviously in the job that I do, sometimes I go back into nursing homes, and I'm starting to work in nursing homes again, because I get pulled that way. I can't tell you why, but I get pulled that way. And there's the biggest privilege of all in my whole career of nursing is caring for someone in their last hours, their last minutes, their last seconds, to be there with them in their last seconds. I've lost count of how many people I have been with when they pass. I've lost count. I couldn't tell you. And each and every experience, apart from one, has been an absolute pleasure. An emotional pleasure, but just a pleasure. And to get it just right is amazing. When you get the family there in time, or I don't know, when things just right, when it's got nice and smooth and just right, and I leave the window open just a crack, and I have the music playing, classic FM or something, just very nice angelic music, really, and I make sure that one of us is with them. I try to anyway, and the one experience that wasn't so good, nobody was with them, and I was absolutely heartbroken by that. Anyway, so it's making sure that that music is nice, that carries them off. But it's like, when it's going to happen. It's weird. You just know, and it's like a feeling. It's a feeling of somebody passing. It's a feeling. Can't explain it. And then you know that they're not there anymore. Like, you can look at their body, but they're not there. It's very weird. So sorry if this is a trigger warning, but there's an air of calm that fills the room. There is an air of calm. I can't explain it. That literally fills the room. And then when you're performing what they used to call last offices, yeah, and we would wash the body, I would shave if it was a man, but sometimes women as well, sometimes women. I would shave them, clean their teeth, make them presentable, put deodorant under their arms, even. And some of the other people that would work with me would be like, putting deodorant on? Of course I'm putting deodorant on. You treat the person as though they were when they are alive. I would talk to them, put their favourite perfume on, put their makeup on, do their hair, all of that sort of stuff, and then change the bed sheets, make the bed sheets beautifully, surround them with their family photos and all sorts. So it's really nice when the family do come in to say their last goodbyes. It's just such a beautiful thing to do. You'll never forget your first. Never, ever. Ever, never, never. So I never will forget my first. And there are some that will stick with you more than others. But it's such a thing. Anyway, blabbering on. So the angels. Yeah. The calm that fills the room, I believe, are the angels. Yeah. I truly do believe that they're the angels and they're past loved ones, and I've proof of past loved ones coming to visit. I've had a whole bedroom full of them when I was looking after my nan. Whole bedroom full of them. She was reeling them off. She could see all of them. I couldn't see one, not one. And I didn't know what my nan's dad's name was, and she called him by his name. I had to ring my sister. My mum and dad were in Spain, and I didn't want to, bother them. She wasn't going anywhere. She was close, but she weren't going anywhere. I just had a feeling. I knew, and I had to ring my sister and say, what was Nan's dad's name? And it was what she said. And I was like, oh my God, he's in the room. He's in the room, Emmeline. Can you come down? So my sister drove from Essex all the way to Suffolk, because that's where I lived at the time, to come with me. Come and sit with me. I went, hey, shit, we're having a party. We're having a party in Nan's room. They're all here. Oh dear. Crazy times. Crazy times. But I know that I've had my granddad visiting me lately, and I don't know why. And I'm waiting for my mum to message because they're in Spain again. I know every time I need them, they're in Spain. It's awful, isn't it? Because I want to know when he did die, because I think it's around this time. I think that's why he's with me. It was old Holborn smoke the other day, and then also I smelt his soap. He used to use fairy soap to wash. So he's around me at the moment, which is absolutely lovely, because I love my granddad, and I ain't seen him for 11 years, since I was 11. Now he gave me a sign. So when I was 11, I wouldn't say this was my first sign, but it's the first one I can think of at the minute. Oh, we're getting into a little story time here, aren't we? If you're here, write number 11 in the comments, please. I'd like to know whether I'm talking to people or not. But number 11, at age 11, my granddad died. And I didn't go to his funeral. Now, he had cancer. And oh God, I remember the last time I saw him, he had tubes coming out. I think it was lung cancer he had. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was lung cancer. He had tubes coming out of him that was bloodlettings, and he had, like, demijohns, wine bottles, demijohns full of blood and stuff. So for an 11-year-old, that was a little bit, a bit scary to see. But I didn't love him any less. Well, he passed away. And then I felt really bad that I hadn't gone to see him after that, because it did upset me. I was a bit freaked out by it. And I was upset that he passed. And then I couldn't go to his funeral. I couldn't bring myself to go to his funeral. And then that made me feel bad and guilty anyway. So all the family had come back after his funeral, and I'm laying in bed. 1313 might be an angel number for someone, don't know. And I was crying, and I was saying, give me a sign, Grandad, give me a sign, make my clock stop, make my clock stop. And I fell asleep watching my clock, and it didn't stop, but I fell asleep eventually, and I was crying my eyes out because my clock didn't stop, and that was the sign I wanted for him to make my clock stop. And it was a clock. It wasn't a digital clock. It was a clock with hands. Yeah, little bedside one. Anyway, it didn't stop. And I'm here. My dressing table is over the other side of the room, behind two sliding mirror doors, yeah, which are closed. My dressing table is behind two sliding mirror doors, which are closed. I woke up in the morning. I had a shower. I opened my sliding mirror doors to get ready, and my calculator was on my dressing table, and the little solar panel strip on a calculator was cracked, and all the ink had leaked out of it. Nothing had fallen on my calculator. So what had cracked the solar panel to leak the ink out? Yeah. So I immediately thought, that's a sign. That's a sign for my granddad, because I was asking for a sign. Yep, I asked for my clock to stop, my clock with numbers on. But he got me calculator with numbers on. That's what I think. And that brings me comfort. So I look for all of that sort of stuff. Is that something you do? I felt relevant. It felt relevant to tell you that. I don't know why. I don't know why. No idea. Anyway, should we talk about the angels? We're going to talk about the angels, and then we are going to do a little reading of seven. So, what advice seven of the angels are going to give to you? Yeah, because seven is all I can find on my cards. But we're going to talk about more. But it's literally just a little snippet of some of the angels. Yes, there's more. There's so many more. But a little snippet of some of the angels, and then if you want me to elaborate on the angels that I've picked, then I will, and I'll do a video for each angel if you want. Yeah, please let me know. This is all new to me, pushing myself up my comfort zone here, and hence why Archangel Gabriel is my first one, because Archangel Gabriel has been coming through to me in a couple of different ways actually. So Archangel Gabriel is the archangel that you want to go to if you need to give a talk, like what I'm doing right now. If you want to write something down, if you're attending an interview, if you need grounding. Yeah. Her name means God is my strength. Now I say her because for me, Gabriel is a her. Yeah. Excuse me, that's my confirmation. Please just make me yawn. Um, so Gabriel is a her for me. Now, Gabriel could present themselves to you as a he or a she, or you might not be sure. It doesn't matter. There's no gender with the archangels. Okay, same as in tarot. There's no gender, but some of the cards, king, queen, you kind of think male and female, but there's no gender in tarot. And the angels will come through to you in a way that you will accept them in your life. So that might be why I'm seeing these random people in various countries and I'm thinking, I've seen you, but what? How can I see you in America and in Cyprus and in Suffolk and in Essex and in North? How can I see that same Mario geezer? How can I see that? Doesn't make any sense, does it? So for me, I know that I see angels, but I don't think I see them in the forms that other people may see them. But they bring me comfort. Or I've seriously got one dedicated stalker. Yeah. The female, I don't see her as often. I don't know who she is, but I don't know. It's really bizarre. But the little Mario geezer, see him all the time. Not all the time, but I see him often. So Gabriel has presented herself to me in cards. So I wanted to talk about the seven deadly sins and the seven heavenly virtues. And it is Archangel Gabriel on the Lover's card that I brought out to talk about the seven heavenly virtues. Yeah, because I wanted to show you the difference between the Devil card and the Lover's card and how similar they are. Well, there's Archangel Gabriel on the Lover's card. Yeah. I then referred to Archangel Gabriel because there was something about a trumpet in someone's reading. And I said that reminds me of Archangel Gabriel because Archangel Gabriel usually has a trumpet. And then this was the clincher. My car, I've got some ongoing issues with an old car because I've got rid of it now. And someone is helping me with it. And he calls himself Gabe. Gabe. Anyway, he emailed me and his name's Gabriel. It's like, holy. So Gabriel is the first one that I've just spoken to you about. For me, she comes down on the white rays. Yes, white colour, but there's hues of burnt orange for me. Now that might not be the same for you, but it is for me. Your relationship with the angels is exactly that. Your relationship. Yeah? Your relationship with the angels. There's no particular way that you have to be with the angels. There's no particular thing that you have to know with the angels. Yeah? Because they will tell you if you ask them and if you give them permission. That's all you need. All right? There's no right way. or wrong way to converse with the angels, but obviously be respectful. And I would ask for angels of the light. I would ask for angels of the light. That would be my intention. Whether you subscribe to that belief or not, I don't know. But as much as I'm doing the angels, I will be talking about the demons as well. So, I always ask for angels of the light. Right, Archangel Michael. Microphone is still on. Yay. Archangel Michael is a brilliant archangel for feeling strong and secure in your physical presence. And if you have been or are being bullied, then he is a good one to work with. He is great for your throat chakra, in order for you to express yourself. He is also the one that carries a sword. And when I call Archangel Michael, it is almost like he comes down, for me, a little bit like Robin Hood, and his band of merry men. He kind of comes up, ta-da! It's how he kind of comes to me, holding his sword up like this, That's how he presents himself to me. I see him coming, I see him swooping down. And he's quite, I don't know, light-hearted is the way. But then it's always my interpretation, and I think my guides are the same, and they've got a bit of a sense of humour because I've got a bit of a sense of humour, I have. So I do see that my archangels have that same sense of humour. So mine are quite theatrical because, believe it or not, so am I. But Archangel Michael is probably the most theatrical one that comes down for me. And he's like, oh, here I am, Claire. What do you want, old girl? Bit like that. That's the kind of way I see him. And I like him. I like him a lot. He's also one that I do have a card for, so we'll be talking about him. He is called He Who is like God. So they all have this name. So angels or archangels, they're split. So Ange is the messenger. El is of God. So all archangels, angels are messengers of God. Apart from two, they don't end in L. So all of the archangels end in L. So Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and then you get Metatron and Sandalphon. We'll get to them. We'll get to them. So Archangel Metatron, no, Michael, we're on Michael. He who is like God. That's his name. He who is like God. And for me, he's definitely comes down on blue. But we've got a silver hue, I have, with Archangel Michael, a silver hue. Maybe the silver hue is the sword going, or there is just the silver hue. But for me, it's like there's like two colours with most of them that come down. Actually, there's like two colours for me, a dominant and a less dominant one. Archangel Jophiel, however you want to say it, don't get hung up about it. Yeah, don't get hung up about it. Your angels will know how you pronounce it. Yes, my angels will know how I pronounce it. And the angels are with all of us all of the time. Yeah, they can split themselves in 1,000,000,000,000,000,000 places. Well, they're here, there, and everywhere. They are everywhere. Is it omnipresent, ever present, omnipresent, something like that? They're everywhere. Yeah, they're everywhere. So you can be speaking to Jophiel at the same time I'm speaking to Jophiel. All right, they're not like, hold on a minute, I'm with Claire at the moment. All right, there's a queue. There's none of that. Jophiel, for purifying your thoughts about yourself or a situation, bringing light into your crown chakra, and her name means beauty of God. And for me, she comes down on the yellow and white rays. So very yellow, very a pale yellow though, a yellow, but a pale yellow. Does that make sense? And then a white hue. Beautiful, beautiful. Archangel Uriel, for dissolving fear in your solar plexus chakra, helping you to shine like the sun. And her or his name is God is light, God's light or fire of God. So this one is very, with the solar plexus, this one is a very, I can. Like, I'm not going to be afraid anymore. I can, I will, I do. That solar plexus is that area. That affirmation is I can, I will, I do. Yeah? So Uriel would definitely be yellow, yellow, yellow. But it's so passionate and so deep. We're going into that sacral colour as well, because it runs very deep and very passionate. So I'm looking at more of a burnt orange. When I see that he or she, because Uriel is one for me that will change. I think it depends on how I'm feeling as to what colour Uriel would come down on, what sort of rays. So burnt orange and varying degrees of colour depending on whether they're coming down in feminine or masculine form. That's how I would see Uriel. Not for everybody, might not be for you. That is exactly how I see. Archangel Samuel. Lovely archangel if you have issues, physical or emotional issues with your heart, yeah, and relationship. Any healing issues, any connection issues with your other half, that sort of thing. Any issues with your self-worth in your relationship. So do you feel worthy within your relationship? Not just your self-worth, but worthy within your relationship. And Shamuel, his name means he who sees God, or he who seeks God. And this is another one that will come down with two colours, and they're both quite dominant, really. And I think that's kind of in my mind, paying tribute to the feminine and the masculine energies. So for me, this one is pink and green, and they're both quite dominant. Yeah. And when I say they're coming down, I'm visualizing them. And if you're not a very visual person, then you would feel them, yeah, or you would hear them, or you would just know. You don't have to be visual to know when the angels are around you, yeah. But if I close my eyes, I can visualize them. I can visualize them in my mind's eye without closing my eyes, because it's here. It's like a TV screen. And we can do some practice on how to engage with your third eye and what sort of practices you can do, because that's what it is. It's practice. It's practice, 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 practice. And if you're interested in learning, then I'll happily teach you all. But please just, let me know. I don't know if I'm talking to nobody half the time. So please leave me a comment or something, yeah? So give me a third eye tap if you're still listening right now, because, we haven't even started reading yet. And it's only a very quick reading. It's mainly I just want to talk about the archangels, and the reading's just a little bonus bit at the end, really, because some people just like that, and I'm trying to make the transition and keeping everybody happy. It's not an easy job keeping everybody happy. Anyway, suck it and see. First year. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Shamuel, aren't we? Yes. So he who seeks God, his name is he who sees God, or he who seeks God. Green and pink is the colours that this particular archangel comes down on. Right, Archangel Metatron is the next one that we're going to be talking about. And he is a he for me. He's a definite he. And he's one that I work with very closely and I call upon very much so, because he's great with children with autism and ADHD and any of that business, yeah? And I've got two of them. I've got a full house. So he is also the one that will guide your children into learning about their spirituality. So I will be teaching my children as much as I can about spirituality when I feel that they're ready to learn. At the moment, they're loving the crystals and my sound equipment in here, loving it. They both have their little treatments. My eldest boy probably less now than what my youngest boy. My youngest boy, I think he loves them, but he just loves the time with mummy. Do you know what? He got up last night. Everyone was gone to sleep. I was downstairs because I stay up late, and I come in here to just chill out. I like chilling out in my summer house. He scared the bejesus out of me. I'm telling you, he just appeared at my door, pitch black. Been asleep for a couple of hours. I was like, "What's the matter?" Tears in his eyes. I don't feel well. Well, he wasn't ill. He was perfectly fine. But when he come down, he got scared because I wasn't in the lounge, and he knew I was out here, and he had to walk across literally 5 steps to get to my summer house. Anyway, he just got scared, so that's why he was crying. So I was like, "Come on, we'll go in, we'll go in." He just wanted to stay up with mummy for a little while. So he had to stay up with mummy for a little while, and then took her back up to bed. I was like, "Can you believe that? Can you believe it?" But Henry is the one that he's having more of the treatments than my other son, because he's emotional at the moment. He's very emotional. He just needs to be with me. And Stuart's like, nah, not laying down at the moment. Don't want to. Well, he's got PDA. I ain't gonna fight that. Do you know what I mean? I ain't gonna fight it. Slowly, slowly, catchy fishy is where Stuart is. But Henry, you can work with Henry. So I'm doing a lot with Henry at the minute, and he's really enjoying it. So Archangel Metatron is one that I call on. Now, Archangel Metatron presents himself to me like a massive transformer. You know the Transformers on TV. He's a giant one, huge, huge, and he's wearing like a chrome, um, metallic bodysuit, armor bodysuit. I mean, he is beefy. He's hench, and like a transformer, a giant chrome metallic transformer. And then when the light catches his armor, it just bounces off these metallic rainbow rays. They're just amazing. And you just know that he is a formidable force. Like, he is huge. He towers over my house. When I call him, he towers over my house. He's massive. Um, and then he I don't know. I just feel very safe. Just feels very safe, and I feel my children would feel very safe. Now, I don't say to them they've got a massive transformer looking out for them. Do you know what I mean? But I'll mention the name Metatron so that they get used to it. When they're a little bit older, I will tell them about it. But Archangel Metatron is great for children with ADHD, autism, superpower. Yeah, superpower. And also, he is one that I would call on to help my children rather than going to pharmaceuticals. In my opinion, that's what I would do. And he is very known for that. Now, Metatron was one of two that walked the earth that was human before being an archangel. So Metatron was Enoch. If any of you have heard the Book of Enoch, that's someone we can talk about as well. So yes, the twin brother was Elijah, Prophet Elijah, and he is now Sandalphon. But we'll get to Sandalphon towards the end. Towards the end. Oh dear, it's getting a bit longer than I thought, really. Am I going to do a tarot reading? I feel I have to now, because if people were going to the timestamp and there won't be one, will they? Because I'm not going to do it, so I'm going to have to. So we're going to just crack on. Archangel Metatron is also very good. Take you to the Akashic Library, the Akashic Records. So I am a hypnotherapist as well. So if you want to go to your Akashic Records, do let me know, and I can take you there, or I can dip in there for you and let you know what I see. That's something that I can offer as well. So do let me know. Right. Metatron is known as God's scribe. Yes. So he wrote the Book of Enoch, and he obviously went on to be God's scribe as well. Archangel Ariel. Now, Ariel, however you want to pronounce it, for me, she is Ariel. And she is my gatekeeper. She is the person or the archangel that I call on for my gatekeeper. Now, I don't know why she is the particular archangel that I call on as my gatekeeper, but she is. She just is. And for me, she actually does wear armor as well. But she's got very silver armor with a little pink tinge to it. And then it's almost like flashes of white coming off this very silver armor, but still girly, oddly enough, still girly in her armor. I know that sounds weird. And yep, she has wings. They all have wings. Metatron. I don't see Metatron with wings though. I just see him as a massive transformer. But all the others I do see with wings. Even Ariel with her armour on. Very bizarre. But she's associated with the protection and the healing of animals and plants. And most plants I kill. I don't mean to. But she's also the carer of the earth's elements as well. The guide between the human and the elemental realms. So fairies, sprites, other magical beings. Now that I love. That we go for walks in the woods and go and look for fairies. I mean, both my children believe that they're alive. They believe that they're real. I love it. And when we see a leaf doing this and it's not windy, my youngest son Henry's like, look, mummy, there's a fairy there, because they're moving the leaf. Honestly, I love it, and I think that's a beautiful thing for them to believe in, don't you? I love it. I mean, I could really go into all the freaky stuff and say that I think trees can talk and all of that sort of stuff, because I do think they can communicate. But anyway, maybe that's why I'm so attracted, and Archangel Ariel is my gatekeeper. I don't know, but yeah, Ariel, I work with every day before I do readings, all of that sort of stuff. I work with them all, and I don't specifically name them sometimes, but I work with them all. But the specifically named ones, Ariel, Metatron, every day. Michael, every night when I leave my summer house to go back to my house, like 5 steps away, I freak out. So Michael comes in to save the day. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Ariel is known as the Lion of God or Lioness of God. So for me, she is the Lioness because she is a she for me. She is a she. Right. Archangel Azrael. Azrael, however you want to pronounce it, is known as the angel of death in many traditions, but is also associated with comfort, guidance, and helping those grieving. So, don't get freaked out. Don't get freaked out. He assists souls in their transition to the afterlife and offers support to those left behind to cope with their loss. And his name is Whom God Helps. And for me, he comes down on a smoky white, purpley. It's kind of like marble effect for me. It's not really hues of purple. It's sort of, it runs through it. So it's sort of marble effect, beautiful, like beautiful, very spiritual. Azrael comes down for me, just beautiful. But yeah, it's the transition of afterlife. Yeah, and also offering support to others around as well. So yeah, beautiful one. A wonderful one to work with in nursing homes. Wonderful archangel to work with in nursing homes. So definitely one that I'll probably be calling on very soon, because I'm going back into nursing homes. So it's nice, very nice to have a break from mental health as well. So yeah, beautiful. Right, Archangel Hanael, commonly known as the Archangel of Joy and Intuition, and associated with feminine energy and the moon. So of course, Hanael comes down as a female for me. Yes. And I think I've definitely been feeling her energy over the last few days because of that full moon. Really hit me. This full moon smacked me in the face, and I had a complete block. I'm so glad that I got a lot of readings done beforehand, because I was blocked. It was like pulling teeth out doing any readings, absolutely pulling teeth out. But anyway, she is believed to help individuals connect with their inner wisdom their ancient healing knowledge and embrace their natural cycles and rhythms. Yes, so they do say if females' monthly cycles are in time with the moons as well, that they have an easier transition of it. How true that is, I don't know, because mine are very sporadic now that I'm perimenopausal. It's great, isn't it? Anyway, her name is Glory of God or Grace of God, and she comes down on a deep magenta with a pale blue hues. It's beautiful, just beautiful. Archangel Jeremiah, however you want to say it, is associated with mercy, prophecy, and the review of one's life. Often depicted as a guide for souls transitioning from life to death and believed to inspire hope and positive thinking. And in some traditions, he is seen as the angel of prophecy and dreams, offering guidance through visions and interpretations. So he is named Mercy of God. Mercy of God. So he is basically the person that is, or the angel that is going to review your life with you after you have died, help you in that transition, kind of taking you to either the viewing room if there might be things that you haven't quite made sense of possibly in that afterlife, and it's like, these are the lessons that you learned, this is what you signed up for, this is why you learned those lessons. Kind of a debrief on that life. Yeah, debrief on that life. You'll have a little resting period and then off you go, coming out as a baby again somewhere else. That's what I believe. Archangel Raguel is almost always referred to as the Archangel of justice, fairness, harmony, vengeance, and redemption. And much like a sheriff or a constable, Raguel's purpose has always been to keep the fallen angels and the demons in check, delivering judgment upon any that overstep their boundaries. And he has the name of Friend of God. Now, I speak about light and dark all the time. I speak about the two different energies all the time. And I said at the beginning of this video, there is no right and wrong way of doing things, but what I would suggest is you ask from angels of the light. Angels of the light. Whether you believe in this or not, if you can do that at the start, you'll be okay. Ask for angels of the light. Because if you believe in the angels, you have to believe in their opposites, which are the demons. And also the fallen angels as well. Yeah? Yes? Good. And Raguel comes down on the blue and white rays. So mainly blue with some white hues. Archangel Raphael, one that I work with very frequently because I do a lot of healing work and Reiki and things like that. So Archangel Raguel, particularly known for his role as a healer and a protector of travellers. He is also mentioned in the book of Tobit, where he guides and protects Tobias. Sorry, he guides and protects Tobias on his journey and helps him heal his father from blindness, actually. His name, God heals or God has healed. Yes, so they all have this name of God, apart from Sandalphon, that I've made my own one up. But Sandalphon, can't find a name, so I've made my own one up. Anyway, Archangel Raphael, everybody knows, most people knows, he comes down on the green healing rays, the green healing colours. But my one has a little hue of yellow in it. Yeah, a little hue of yellow in it. Archangel Raziel, often referred to as the Angel of Secrets and the Keeper of Mysteries, is associated with divine knowledge, esoteric wisdom, and the revelation of profound spiritual truths. His name is Secret of God, and he comes down on vibrant rainbow rays. Vibrant, because he's got his finger in a lot of different pies. He is the keeper of knowledge. He is the keeper of all secrets and the keeper of all mysteries. So he's got a little bit of specialness in lots of things. So that's why he's in a vibrant rainbow. Vibrant rainbow rays. Not one that I work with very often, actually. Might be one that's assigned to work with. That weird. I feel like that. I feel like I need to do that. That's a message. Who was that again? Raziel. I need to write that down. Do some work with Raziel. I wonder why. Just came through. Anyway, Archangel Sandalphon, associated with music, prayer, and connection between the earthly and heavenly realms. I call him God's prayer. Makes sense to me. God's prayer. But his name actually means brother in Hebrew. Hebrew. And he was the twin brother of Metatron, Enoch. Interesting, huh? Like that. I like that a lot. He comes down on very earthy, bronzy, reddy tones. Yeah. And the last one that I'm going to talk about very quickly, because it's been a lot longer than what I thought it was going to be quite honest with you. You know, this timestamp is probably going to be the longest first timestamp ever. Archangel Zadkiel is known as the angel of mercy, forgiveness, benevolence. He is associated with the violet flame and a symbol of transformation, transmutation, and is often called upon for helping releasing negativity, healing past hurts, promoting understanding, and his name is Righteousness of God. And he comes down on the violet and purple rays. Now, I've just realised how long I've been waffling on for, and I've got a son at school that I've got to go and pick up. And I don't know what the time is because my phone is there and the time is not on it. So that's a little bit of rubbish, isn't it? Alexa, what's the time? It's 2:32. I've got 10 minutes to do a reading. Right, let's get you a timestamp. Oh my God. In the comments, right, go and collect your son from school, please. Collect your son from school. We're not late yet, but right, shut my eyes and let's do a timestamp for the actual reading that people might or might not go to or stick around for. 4707. 4707. 707. I heard that terminology yesterday from John Travolta talking about what plane he flies. A 707. He flies a Boeing 707. Parks it outside his house, no less. I don't know if he still flies it. Right. So what we're going to do very quickly, is just shuffle these. Now, these are 7 archangels, okay? 7 archangels, and we're just going to lay them out in order. But there's no particular order. You saw me shuffle them. So we have got Archangel Uriel, Michael, Ariel, Metatron, Shamuel, Gabriel, and Raphael. All right. And we are going to get a message on each one from each of these piles, like super quick, because I didn't realise the time and how much I've waffled on about the angels. But they are divine, aren't they? So, you know, you've got to give them a little bit of time. But for those that do like a reading, this is what these angels have got to say for you. But if you didn't listen to the explanation of what they do, you kind of snuffed it out, really, didn't you? I mean, right, I'm just going to go from the top. The thinking woman, the walking away, contract, temple path. Whoa, no room. Adjacent possibilities. Oh, caring connections with Gabriel. Oh, I say. And financial constraints with Raphael. Oh, Raphael will heal those pains away. Okay, are we ready? So, Archangel Uriel has got the thinking woman. The thinking woman is coming out for Uriel. Uriel is about dissolving fear in your solar plexus chakra and helping you align to shine like the sun. And her name is God of Light. Oh, if this woman is thinking, you're in trouble. You are not a person to be scorned. So this is, in this area here, Archangel Uriel is like, for me, this thinking woman is like, think before you act. There is something that you need to say, and this is about you speaking up for yourself, because remember, Uriel is about I can, I will, and I do. I can, I will, and I do. But Spirit's telling you, think before you act. Yeah? You know when you have that argument with your other half, yeah? Not saying it's your other half, but you have that argument with your other half. And then after the argument's finished, you think, oh, I wish I'd have said that. I wish I'd have said that. It would have been such a good comeback. And you can't go and start the comeback now because the argument's over and done with. But you know when you think of them better comebacks. This is your message here. Think before you act. Yeah, think before you act. Archangel Michael. Really good for your throat chakra here. You've got walking away. Whoop, walking away. This Archangel Michael is good for cutting through them cords. So leaving the past behind, I want to say, because look, she's looking back behind her. Leaving the past behind. Yeah, Archangel Michael is very good. So your message from Archangel Michael is walk away. Leave the past behind you. Can't change it. Can't change it. You can only change the way you feel about it. Archangel Ariel is the next one coming up here. Now, Archangel Ariel, didn't mention it in my little blurb. Can't write it all down and speak about it, but that'd be in the lengthier one for Archangel Ariel, but really good for prosperity and abundance as well, yes? Really good for prosperity and abundance. So with the contract here, I see this is about really good about negotiating. If you can negotiate a better deal of something, good. Could also be that you're completing some of your karmic contracts as well. Yeah, completing some of your karmic contracts possibly as well. Archangel Metatron, you have the temple path. Archangel Metatron is the one that will show you your spiritual ways, definitely for your children as well, but one that will show you your Akashic library, Akashic records. So yeah, definitely temple path, absolutely for Archangel Metatron. Loving that one. Archangel Shamuel is your next one that we've got talking here, and this is good about issues of healing or connected to your self-worth or healing relationships of some kind. And you've got adjacent possibilities. Oh, I wonder what that means with healing relationships, issues with the heart. Oh, okay, we're not quite on the path, but we're nearly there. It's not like I've got to change direction completely. It's an adjacent possibility. We're just stepping to the side a little. So tweaking, there's something that just needs a little tweaking in your either rifts in relationships or rifts between your partners. It's like, just don't be so confrontational, maybe step to the side a little bit. I don't know how that relates to you, but that's kind of what I'm getting from there. In your Archangel Gabriel chakra, or Archangel, sorry, you have caring connections. I'm trying to hurry up because I've got to go and get my son. But you've got caring connections here. Now, I like this. So Archangel Gabriel is a messenger. They're all messengers of God. But Archangel Gabriel was the one that gave, who was John the Baptist's mother? What was her name? Well, he told her about her giving birth to John the Baptist. And he also told Virgin Mary about Jesus as well. So there might be an announcement between you. That's what I'm saying, yeah? That's what I'm saying. There might be an announcement coming of little people, somewhere in your family, or could even be you as well. That's not why I'm seeing Archangel Gabriel. I'm 48. I mean, no child needs that, do they? Oh, my God. And then your last chakra here, your last archangel, it's because they're on chakra cards. I'm saying chakra, but they have got archangels on. Oh, I have a good idea at the time. We've got Archangel Raphael. Now, Raphael, particularly known as his role as a healer and protector of travellers. And here you got financial constraints. You've been saving up for a holiday? Are you saving up for a holiday? Have you been travelling about? Saving up for a holiday? Not really sure. Not really sure on that one. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Right, let's just finish off with a last message from Mystical Wisdoms. Mystical Wisdoms, and I cannot believe I've waffled on this long. Well, actually, yes, I can. Ooh, loving that. Right, Uriel. Uriel, and then we've got 7 deadly sins. Look at this. Dissolving fear in your solar plexus is what Uriel is. Yes, Uriel. So you might be going through some darker times at the minute. You might be. And Uriel's message to you is have no fear. Have no fear, because these are just energies. And I done a reading on the 7 deadly sins and the 7 heavenly virtues. And I done a post on the 7 deadly sins and the 7 heavenly virtues. So go and have a look at them, because they're just energies and they're easy to shut these ones up. Yeah. And Uriel, underneath Uriel, best one for this one to come out on, best one, Uriel is coming at you saying, have no fear. Have no fear. Face them. Face him. Under Archangel Michael, you have Dove, and that is take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. Now, Archangel Michael is one that you can call on for feeling strong and secure and giving you physical reassurance. So just go for it. Excuse me. Right, Archangel Ariel is your next one, and you have dreams in this section. Believe in your dreams. And Ariel is definitely someone that's very connected with her earthly presence. And she has no fear as well. And she goes out and gets what she wants, because she is the lioness of God. So believe in your dreams. Maybe you are someone that believes in, dreams of fairies and the elementals and all of that sort of stuff. And this is saying this could be, they could be coming to you in your dreams, you know. They could be. They could be. Archangel Metatron, you have go with the flow, let things happen. Go with the flow, let things happen. That's very much, especially with children who have ADHD, autism, rainbow children, crystal children, indigo children, that sort of thing. They need to be taught in a different way, a completely different way to mainstream. And that's why I think with this go with the flow comes in for that one there. In Archangel Shamuel's section, you had Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. And here we had adjacent opportunity, adjacent possibilities. Shamuel is about healing issues of the heart or relationships, being magnetic to your partner. So these, I think, are very linked, you know. Believe in miracles. You might have been told, no, there's an adjacent possibility. What wasn't work one way will work another. It was 57:57 on the clock at the time then as well. Might be relevant. Might be some sort of relevance. I'm really getting some birthing of something, conception of something. Doesn't have to be child. I'm feeling that though for some of you, definitely, especially with this little baby on the card here. Well, but I am feeling about that. Angel of Miracles. Oh yes, expect a miracle coming soon. Definitely coming for some of you. I'm telling you now, I'm never wrong. Archangel Gabriel, I've done that one already. Here we have, what is it? Owl. Follow your intuition. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Now, Gabriel is one that you can call on for conception and all of that sort of stuff, because Gabriel, as I just said, told Virgin Mary that she was going to be a mummy, you know, an immaculate conception. She was going to be a mummy, and John the Baptist's mum, who I can't remember her name, but he told her as well. And about how God is your strength. Follow your intuition. Don't think too much about something. If you have got to give a talk, or you're trying to write something, don't think too much about it. You know, let it flow. That could be a message in there as well. Let it flow. Let your creativity flow. Last but not least, and I've got to go and get my son, we've got Archangel Raphael. Don't know why I sang it like that, but we've got choices. Make the best choices. And Raphael is definitely one about the heart, isn't it? And healing of the heart. And making the right choices from your heart, for your heart as well, I want to say. Yeah. And I think that those choices, if it doesn't feel right in your heart, don't do it. And that's what I mean about the 7 deadly sins and the 7 heavenly virtues. you get presented both of these choices, and they're both very, very alluring. This one probably even more so, and it takes all of your strength, courage, wisdom, power to withstand that sometimes. So Raphael is telling you make the right choices. Now Raphael is that healer of the heart, so make your choices from your heart. Be authentic to yourself, lead from your heart. That's me done. A whole hour talking about angels. I do love them. Didn't realise it was going to be as long as it was. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry I had to rush the reading at the end. But I honestly forgot what time it was, and I've got a son at school that wants to come home. So I'm going to go. Please like, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this type of video. Do you want me to do the archangels separately? Do you want more information on them? Please let me know. I've got to go though, because my son's going to be so upset if I'm late. Anyway, much love. Bye.